For centuries, brilliant minds brought forth incredible creations, only for history to sweep them under the rug. Today, we pull back that rug to reveal the astonishing tales of groundbreaking inventions that vanished from textbooks, yet profoundly influenced the very fabric of our lives. You won't believe what we uncover. Forget everything you think you know about invention. This video isn't about Edison or Bell. It's about the unsung heroes whose revolutionary ideas were lost to time, despite forging the path for the world we live in today. Get ready to discover the untold stories behind the most impactful, yet forgotten, innovations ever conceived. Welcome back to Unmolding Science. We've all heard of the light bulb, the telephone, and the automobile. But what about the inventions that should have been household names? The brilliant creations that were simply too far ahead of their time or victims of circumstance. History is a linear story we tell ourselves, but the reality is a tangled mess of brilliant ideas, dead ends, and forgotten pioneers. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this hidden history, exploring the invisible architects of our modern world. We will reveal the stunning truth behind the Telharmonium, an invention that laid the groundwork for all electronic music. We will uncover the tragic tale of Charles Babbage's Analytical Engine, a machine that was the conceptual ancestor of the modern computer. And we will shine a light on the Phonautograph, an invention that was the earliest known device for recording sound, predating Edison's famous phonograph. This is a journey into the shadows of innovation, promising to reveal the why behind their obscurity and the profound echo of their genius in our daily lives. Our first forgotten invention is a true cosmic misfit of sound and technology, the Telharmonium. In the early 1900s, while the world was still captivated by the phonograph, a brilliant American inventor named Thaddeus Cahill conceived of a machine that would create music in a way no one had ever imagined. The Telharmonium was an early electronic music synthesizer, a monstrous contraption that weighed over 200 tons and was the size of a small house. It didn't play pre-recorded music. It generated sound through massive electromagnetic tone wheels. By manipulating these tone wheels with a keyboard and an array of switches, an operator could produce an infinite variety of tones and timbres, creating an entirely new kind of music. The original idea was to pipe this music through the telephone network directly into people's homes, like a futuristic music streaming service. The Telharmonium had an initial buzz, attracting crowds and even receiving praise from the likes of Mark Twain. However, its immense size and cost, coupled with a fundamental flaw, ultimately doomed it. The machine's powerful electrical signals interfered with the telephone lines, causing a loud, disruptive buzzing sound that frustrated telephone users across the city. The Telharmonium was too big, too expensive, and too technologically complex for its time. It was an idea that was fundamentally right, but the technology to make it practical simply didn't exist yet. The last Telharmonium was sold for scrap in 1962, but its legacy is undeniable. Its core principle of generating sound through electronic means laid the groundwork for every electronic synthesizer, drum machine, and digital music program we use today. From the iconic sounds of the Moog synthesizer to the beats in your favorite pop song, the echoes of Thaddeus Cahill's magnificent forgotten machine can be heard everywhere. Next, we travel back in time to the 19th century to uncover the story of an invention that was a century and a half ahead of its time. Charles Babbage's Analytical Engine. While many credit the modern computer to the brilliant minds of the 20th century, the conceptual ancestor of the computer was conceived by an eccentric English mathematician and inventor named Charles Babbage. In the 1830 Babbage envisioned a mechanical, programmable machine that could perform a wide variety of calculations and even be used to automate a vast array of tasks. It was designed to use punched cards, a concept borrowed from the Jacquard loom, to program the machine's operations. This was a revolutionary concept machine that could be programmed to solve any number of problems, not just a single one. It had a memory unit, a processing unit, and a way to input and output data, the very same fundamental components of every computer, smartphone, and tablet in existence today. Babbage was aided by Ada Lovelace, a brilliant mathematician and the world's first computer programmer, who wrote the first algorithm intended to be carried out by the machine. So why didn't the analytical engine change the world? The technology of the 19th century simply couldn't keep up with Babbage's vision. The machine was to be built with thousands of gears, levers, and cogs. A task that was too complex and too expensive to complete with the mechanical engineering tools of the era. The project was plagued by a lack of funding and a series of technical setbacks, and Babbage died with his masterpiece unfinished. His genius was lost to time, and his vision was not realized until the advent of electronics a century later. The story of the analytical engine is a powerful reminder that sometimes the most groundbreaking ideas fail not because they are flawed, but because the world is not yet ready to receive them. Our entire digital world, from AI to the internet, stands on the forgotten blueprint of Charles Babbage's magnificent Unbuilt machine. Our final forgotten invention is perhaps the most surprising of all. The phonautograph, the earliest known device for recording sound. Before Thomas Edison's phonograph, a French inventor named Édouard Scott de Martinville developed a device in the late 1850s that could visually record sound waves. The phonautograph consisted of a horn that focused sound onto a membrane, which was connected to a stylus. As sound waves caused the membrane to vibrate, the stylus would trace a wavy line onto a sheet of paper or glass coated with soot. The result was a visual representation of sound, a permanent record of a voice or a song. While Edison's phonograph could both record and play back sound, the phonautograph could only record. Scott de Martinville's invention was therefore considered a scientific curiosity rather than a practical tool. It was a failure in the commercial sense, and its importance was largely forgotten. However, in 2008, a group of American researchers used modern digital technology to scan and digitally reconstruct the recordings on these soot-covered papers. They were able to play back a 10-second recording of a French folk song, made in 1860, a full 17 years before Edison's first recording. The phonautograph was not a dead end. It was the first step on the path to sound recording, a silent and unheralded predecessor to the phonograph, the cassette tape, and the digital audio files we use today. This story is a testament to the dedication of an inventor who saw a future that no one else could, a future where sound could be captured and preserved forever. The stories of the Telharmonium, the analytical engine, and the phonautograph are not just tales of forgotten failures. They are a powerful reminder that history is rarely linear, and progress often builds on overlooked foundations. These brilliant minds, working in obscurity and often with little or no recognition, laid the conceptual groundwork for the technological wonders we take for granted today. Their stories challenge us to look beyond the famous names and to appreciate the invisible architects who truly shaped our world. So, the next time you listen to a song on your phone, use your computer, or record a video, take a moment to think about the unsung heroes whose ideas, though long forgotten, made it all possible. What other forgotten inventions do you think deserve to be remembered? Let us know in the comments below. If this video made you think, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Unmolding Science for more deep dives into hidden histories. We'll see you next time.